Hello, this is James Adrian Adams again, structural engineer. This is video number 2 for associates. And what I want to show you this afternoon is some of the special features behind the scenes available to the associates. Again, once you log in, you'll see this menu, which yours will look a little bit different. But let's look at the cookie jar. The previous video described that. Here's my jobs in here, and you can see some of the listed down here is Eric Packer, new associate. Okay, let's see here now. The first thing I wanted to show you is the audit trail. If you want to know what's happened on a past job, here's a kind of a fun way to do it. If you go to My Home, again, your menu will look a little bit different than that, but you can go to completed requests right down here. If you click completed requests, it'll open this up, and this can be filtered. For example, let's say you want to find something under a job name that has, I'm just going to make this up here, test. T-test. And you click reload button, and you'll see all the jobs containing the job number test. You see a lot of these. Here's a lot of them coming up right here. These are all, of course, ones that we've been testing the program with. But let's take another one just for example. Let's say you want to find something under the job name Cortez. That would be a different kind of a filter. Click reload, and it'll go through all of the completed requests. Here you can see a couple of them here with a job name Cortez. Then, of course, you can look it up. The interesting thing is that if you want to click the job number on any screen, if you see the job number, if you want to see the audit trail, I don't want to talk to them. If you want to see the audit trail for a particular job, simply click the job number, and here it'll open up and show you what's been going on. Here you can see service request 1 of 2, so there's 2 requests. Here's the second one. The request date, you can see this one came in just today, and you can see that request is waiting for print. You can see the status, waiting for print. This particular job needed wet sets. So you can see who did it, who the requester was, where it's supposed to be delivered, all the information you can find out. You can even see the customer comments. Thank you, James, for helping me out. I did want to run you blah, blah, blah. I use full ANSI, bleed, AutoCAD, and so on, all kinds of information. So that's what we call the job tracker, or also named the audit trail. The other one that I like, if you again go back to My Home, to your menu, and see completed requests, again, this can be filtered. So right now it's automatically filtered by the associate containing your name. So you can see here's a couple of ones. There's the one that I just opened to show you. Here's the Cortez job. So that's a couple of things, and this is the way to look up or find any job. Now let's go back and see what happens when a client first enters the information. Let's say, for example, on this job, let's say the client has entered this information and they want to request engineering services. They click this button here, and this opens up into a new screen in which they can put, for example, here, wet step delivery address. They can put here additional services request. The typical 2 submittals is, well, this here is actually not a new job, but for a job that's already in. Extra counts required for permit, building plan check response letter, and so on. So what they would do is just click whatever they need, 1 here and maybe 1 there, and then they would just hit submit. Or they might upload new information. I'm going to take these out because I don't want to have them in there. Okay. So that's what they do. Then they upload their plans. That's what they do. And now once they do that, it automatically comes into our cookie jar, which you've seen. And I want to show you then what happens. They get an automatic email, and you get an automatic email. One of the emails that you will get, for example, is this one here. This one came to me. Here's what they get. This would say to whatever the client is, Joe Smith. This is a confirmation that the request for your engineering services has been received and assigned to our associate so-and-so. We will begin work immediately and bill your company at the next billing cycle. And here's the information, the requester, the job name, here's all the information about that. Here's even what was attached. I'm sorry, the following requests have been made. So it's a record for the client saying basically, we got that project. Okay, let's look again. Here's another one that comes automatically to you. You can see here, received and assigned. No, that's not it. Okay, let's go back. It'll be this one here. Received and assigned, request completed. Okay, look at this. It says here, again to the client, this is one that I created for myself. It says, your associate, James Adrian Adams, has completed your request. The digital version of the documents for this job can be downloaded using the link below. So the client simply clicks this here, and then he gets the documents with our stamps. He again has to, of course, sign in. It'll bring him to the login page. He'll log in, and it should automatically take him to that job. And here's the associate's documents. Normally, there would be more than that. This is just one that I created for the purposes of this video. Okay, so that's what the client sees. Again, the client finds out that he received the job. Let me turn off my phone here. The clients find out that we've received the job. It says who has been assigned to the job, and then the server actually goes round robin and assigns the job to one of the associates. He gets an automatic email saying, "Hey, you got a job here." Once the job is completed, again the client gets an automatic email saying, "Blah blah blah. We've completed your job, and you can view the associate's documents." So that's one of the things that I wanted to show you. Something else, how to communicate with the clients. Let's say, for example, let me get out of this, and let me close this down. Let's take a job. I'm going to go back here to a real job. I'm going to go to my cookie jar, or actually the cookie jar, and take one of my jobs. It's ready to go. Let's take a look at this one, Martiniano Garcia. Okay, let's open it here. First, if you click the plus sign, you can see right here, this is a place where you can put in notes. We call it SRC notes. You can say, I notified the client that he needs to do this, or he said 2x4s, but it's really 2x6s, that kind of thing. You could put in any notes pertaining to your efforts on the job. Okay, that's one way to communicate with the files. Let's open this here, open the job. And there's a place here, for example, let's see, let me show you something else. I'm going to go back to that job. If I again click the plus sign, right in here you can hold the job. Let's assume you're holding the job for one reason. I'm going to hold it, and then I'm going to get out of it. So if you click hold job, you can say here the reason you're holding the job. For example, I'm waiting for you to upload the plans, or something is contradictory, please advise, that kind of thing. And then this will be included in the audit trail, the job tracker. I'll cancel out of here because I don't really want to hold the job. So this will take us back. Here we are. If a job is on hold, you can also release the job. There will be a button here to release the job. Once you actually submit the job, there will be another, here, I think I can do it here. Let's see here. I'm not sure if it'll take it. Yeah, look at this. Once you submit the job, if you click plus, submit plus, you can put in notes here that will be automatically emailed and recorded in the job tracker to the client. For example, you can say, remember to correct your plans. You had 2x6s, but it's really 2x8s, that kind of thing. So you'll have a record in the past of exactly what you've done. Those are some of the things in the background. Now, I'd like to kind of summarize what the procedure is, because I've been going through this pretty fast. The first thing you do, of course, is go to the cookie jar, select one of your jobs, and as described in the previous email, you can view the attachments that the client has sent in, compare them, see if they're all appropriate. If they are appropriate, then you can begin to create your files. One of the files you want to create, of course, is the plan, which is stamped. Another one is the structural calculations. You would click this and save it, PDF, save it as a PDF. You would click the S1 sheet, save it as a PDF. And then when you have all of those, I'm just going over this rapidly now, you click Upload Documents, and you would click Browse. You would find those documents. Let's see, they are in my desktop under PDFs. This is where all my files are. So I would highlight those and click Open, and then your files will be uploaded. Once you've done that, you click Upload. Once you've done that, you would simply go back to the cookie jar, go to that particular job. Let's see if I can find the cookie jar here. Find that particular job. That's what I'm going to do here. Okay. Open this up and simply click Submit, or Submit Plus if you want to add some notes, which will automatically be sent to the client. So that is it. Now I want to show you one more feature that you will have to go through to be able to add stamps to the plans. I'm going to open up this plan and show you. Here's a typical plan, and let's say that we want to add a stamp here. I showed you this once before, but if you go to Comments, this is what you'll do, and you click the stamp sign here. You go down to the bottom. If you scroll down to the bottom here, I'm not sure if it'll show up on the screen here. I can lift this up a little bit. Oh, maybe not. At the very bottom, it says, hang on one second, bear with me. At the very bottom, if you click the down at the bottom, it'll say Custom Stamps. I think you can see it now. Create Custom Stamp, Manage Stamps. You want to create custom stamps. Here you go. All you have to do here is browse to find which stamp you want to create. Let's say here you want to create the California stamp, or let's just make one up here. District of Columbia stamp. You would click that. And I'm sending you those in a separate email, by the way. You click Open, and you click OK. Then you put in here DC, for example, District of Columbia. New stamp, I put same thing, District of Columbia, and OK. Once you've done that, you will now have that stamp. Let's check. Here we are. Is it there? Let's see, where is it? Here it is, District of Columbia. So if this was the state that I was involved in, I could drop it right in there, which it isn't, but just to show you how to do it. So that's how you work with Acrobat Pro. The other thing that I do, which I've also given you, let's do this again. Let's say it's New Hampshire, or let's say just for the heck of it here. Oh. That's going to create one of these stamps, put it over here. What I do also is I put this in quite often. I think I showed you this. Stamped for structural information only. because there's a lot of other information.